In 2001, during the early stages of Runescape, moderator powers were given to a few trusted players. They had a lot more power than the current player moderators do. They could temporarily ban players from the game and could disconnect them from the server instantly. There was no player moderator crown at this time. There was no way to know who had these abilities. A year later, as Runescape was becoming more successful and the Jagex team started to grow, these secret moderators were no longer needed and their powers were removed. In June of 2004, player moderators were officially introduced to Runescape. To accept the moderator invite in the early days, you had to provide your address to Jagex and wait for a physical letter to be mailed to you. This letter had a unique reference number inside, and you would use this number in the online moderator center to verify your identity, which then activated your moderator status. This process took around 2 weeks, but has been discontinued, and now players who are invited to become a moderator can instantly accept the invitation through the message center. There's actually 4 types of moderators in Runescape, and they all still exist to this day. There are player moderators, forum moderators, community moderators, and Jagex moderators. The standard player moderators are characterized by a silver crown next to their name in-game. These mods have the ability to temporarily mute other players, and when they report a player, it's directed to a separate group of Jagex staff, where their report is given slight priority. Player moderators can't mute other players without proper reason, otherwise they risk losing their mod status. Player mods have very strict guidelines to follow. Their status can be revoked for making jokes in-game, as they can reflect badly on Jagex and shouldn't be said by P-mods. This player had their status revoked for jokingly asking if someone would do their assignment for them in exchange for coins. Another P-mod had theirs removed for complaining about the customer service of Jagex. New player moderators can only suggest a mute. This is to allow them enough time to become familiar with the rules and Jagex's muting guidelines, so they can report more accurately. Jagex invites a player to become a moderator through their message center. To be considered to join the PMod team, a player must have 2-factor authentication on their account to keep their account secure. Jagex wouldn't want to give moderator powers to an account that is shared or insecure, since they don't want compromised accounts to go on muting sprees. You also must be active and playing the game, and player moderators lose their status if their account is inactive for over 3 months. Having an offense on your Runescape account will affect your chances of becoming a moderator, but expired offenses don't affect your chance and are treated as if there's no offense on your account. Your combat level, skill total, and members status also doesn't affect your chance of becoming a P-mod. However, it does of course help to play the game so you're not inactive. It is possible to see a level 3 player moderator with no skills on RS3 or OSRS. This is because they became a player moderator on RS3 before logging into old school, or vice versa. Most importantly, player moderators need to demonstrate patience, understanding, and maturity in their in-game discussions, and they also need the ability to communicate effectively with other players and moderators. It's happened quite a few times where a player moderator either gets sick of having the responsibility or gets hacked and abuses the power. In this clip, a player moderator rocks up to Abyss's stream, a Runescape streamer, and decides to mute him simply for not enjoying his streams. The next type of moderator is forum mods, and these players don't have a crown next to their name in-game, but have a green outline and green crown shown on their posts on the Runescape forums. These moderators are players chosen by Jagex for their quality of posts on the forums, and they're invited to become a forum mod the same way as player mods through the message center. They have the ability to lock, hide, and rename threads on the forums, as well as remove posts by other players. They can also escalate a forum thread to Jagex to have it quickly reviewed, useful for posts about bugs or glitches in-game. Regular players can be given player moderator and forum moderator status at the same time, provided they're suitable for both, and these players are known as dual moderators. The third type of moderator is community moderators, where they were first known as local mods. Their characters are distinguished by a purple crown next to their name and also a purple outline on the Runescape forums. These mods are people that are working for a company partnered with Jagex in the community management team. There's only 6 community moderators in the whole of RuneScape, and their names all start with CM. These moderators have similar abilities to player moderators, where they can mute players for unacceptable behavior, but also have powers of a forum moderator, so they can moderate the RuneScape forums. They also have direct contact with Jagex, and they also have tools that help them organize and run in-game events and activities. The final type of moderator is Jagex moderators, and these are distinguished by the golden crown next to their name in-game, and also a gold outline and crown on the forums. These moderators are official employees for Jagex, working on RuneScape. They obviously have the most power out of all of the moderators. They can mute players and moderate the forums, similar to player and forum mods, but they're given a lot of developer abilities as well. These include turning invisible, transforming into NPCs, spawning NPCs, modifying their skills, teleporting to any location, and the ability to walk through walls and over boundaries. Jagex moderators are also given the Rotten Potato, which includes a set of powers used to moderate the game. The potato could be used to ban bots in-game, which you can see in action during the bot busting live streams for Old School. The potato allows mods to teleport other players to them or to certain locations, and also allows them to spawn items. The items and skills acquired by these moderators never enter the main game. They're separate from regular players so that they don't affect the economy or the high scores. Jagex employees and moderators go through a very lengthy process of getting to their position at Jagex and working for the team, but this still hasn't stopped some of these moderators from abusing their power. Back in 2013, a Jagex moderator killed a player during a high-risk fight as he was running away. In 2018, a moderator known as ModJed seriously abused his powers by hijacking wealthy players' accounts and stealing their gold, amounting to hundreds of billions of GP. It was also rumored that he was responsible for rigging some of the Deadman Mode tournaments. So this was a bit of a historical and informative video about the types of moderation in RuneScape. A few days ago, I restocked on Wilderness and Firecape gaming mousepads on my merch store. They're huge gaming mousepads, big enough for a gaming keyboard and mouse. To get 5% off any order, you can use the coupon code Moderator, which will be active for the 24 hours after this video's release. So yeah, if you want a Wilderness or Firecape mousepad, or if you want one of the posters, you can check out merch.theoatrix.net or click the link in the description to have a look. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a nice day.